Now, I honestly never thought I would actually be making a video about me buying a CD because I've always thought certificates of deposits were just like sucky and trash investments overall. But the good thing is that I'm not actually buying a CD, or I already bought a CD for investment purposes. It's more like parking my money. In this video, I'm going to go into detail about why I bought the CD, how much money is actually going to make me, and the penalty, and if I'm actually going to consider breaking the penalty if I actually have to, okay? In this video, I'll break everything down. Do me a favor and smash the like button. And by the way, you could get a CD. It might make sense, and by the end of this video, if you think CDs are just complete trash, you might change your mind. Possibly, okay, like I did. Now, here's the idea, guys, okay? So why did I buy this CD compared to why didn't you just grab your money and put it, for example, just into stocks? Now, first of all, we all should know that a CD is a certificate of deposit, and it's me entering into agreement with the bank. And the agreement is this: hey bank, if you agree to pay me this fixed amount of interest for this fixed amount of time, I'm going to leave this money with you. And they say, yes, we will agree to that as long as you don't take the money out. That way we can grab the money, we can lend it out, we can make more money. That's the idea. So everyone is basically winning in a way. That's how it works, right? So you might be thinking, Tommy, how much money is this going to make you? The answer is, it's going to make me just 5%. That is it, okay? Just 5%. Now, if I actually put that money into the stock market, I could make an average of about 10%. So why didn't I just grab my money and put it into the stock market? Well, the answer is this, okay? It's the reason I actually have this money and why this money exists. This money is not for investing. This money is for actually trying to buy a home when the time comes. So this basically means, guys, I need this money at hand in the next 2 to 3 years to buy a home. And I know for sure within the next 12 months, by the way, this is just a 1-year CD. So in 1 year, I'll get all my money back. And if I'm not ready to use it, I'll get another year. But the answer is, I know that in 1 year, I will have the full amount paid to me. I know in 2 years, I would have the full amount paid to me. However, although I can make double the money in the stock market, it also has some risks. And the risk is not that I think I'm going to lose my money. The risk is basically that when I need the money, the stock market could be down. And by the way, the stock market has recovered from every single downturn. But on a downturn, it could take the stock market, I'm not joking, about 20 to 25 years around the worst circumstance to actually recover. Now imagine if this is money I need to buy a house, and now I'm stuck waiting like 5-10 years to actually see the stock market actually recover, so I don't have to sell at a loss, okay? So the idea is, if the money you're going to put in the stock market you need, probably don't put it in the stock market. That's why I'm not putting that money in the stock market. All the money I have in the stock market is money I don't think about for the next 10 to 20, 30 years whatsoever. I don't need it at the moment, okay? So that's why I just got a CD. Now you're probably wondering, Tommy, how much money is this actually going to be making you overall? And why does that matter? Well, here's the idea, guys, okay? The amount of money you're going to make matters a lot, but specifically it matters especially when it comes to parking your money away, because I am parking my money. But when you park your money, you do have to worry about inflation, because inflation is about 3.5% or something like that. So it basically means that if your money is not making you more than that from your high yield savings or your normal savings or wherever you have your money parked, the answer is you're going to run into trouble, because by the time you actually need the money, it's going to be worth less than you actually had originally. It's the reason why if I go to the store, Doritos don't cost 25 cents like they used to anymore. They cost around $1.50 or $2 or however much they cost. I really don't remember. I haven't bought Doritos in a long time. But that's the idea, okay? Money loses its value. So you want to make at least more than inflation is costing you every single year. So that's why I'm okay with making 5%, because 5% outpaces inflation and also gives me just a little bit more money. On top of that, there is some good news, okay? Because I did just get a CD for less than $250,000, my money is still FDIC insured. So I know for sure that, hey, the way this works is you're supposed to give me back my money after 1 year, but if the bank cannot come up with the money, something crazy happens, I know for sure the FDIC insurance is actually going to cover me. I'm going to be just fine. Now, if I had over $250,000, where would I put my money then if I need to park it? Well, I would probably put it in a treasury bond, okay? This way, if the government goes broke, they could still print more money because money is just paper. It's not really real. But you have to worry about inflation, but that's another video for another day. Or just the devaluing of money, because imagine if the government goes broke and they start printing, like your money's going to be worth a lot less, okay? So that's the idea. But you shouldn't really, like the odds of that happening are pretty low, but you should consider these things when you are making these type of decisions. Now, what am I going to do with the cash that this CD is going to be making me? The answer is, I remember a long time ago, not that long ago, I read The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a great book. I've read it like 4 or 5 times, not lying. And in the book, there was someone there that he started saving money, grabbed the savings, and he invested it, made some money, and with the money his investments made him, he would actually go out to dinner, buy things with his wife, and then the rich guy was like, that is a dumb idea, because what you should be doing is reinvesting your profits, so this way it keeps growing more and more, and then eventually you can spend money on whatever you want. That's the idea. So with this money, I'm not actually going to be spending this money on my expenses and doing things with it myself. The answer is, I'm going to be reinvesting this money into stocks or into real estate. Now, let's say I have $100,000 in this CD, okay? And it makes me 5%. That's $5,000 in profits. I can grab that $5,000 in profits. I can put it, for example, into the stock market. Makes me 10%. That's $500 every single year I'm making now, okay? If I have that money in there for like 3 years, well, in 3 years, that's more and more money it's going to be making me. Same thing if I grab that money and put it, for example, into real estate. Now, what would be the point if I have the CD, it pays me some money, which is not that great, by the way. I grab that money and I spend it on some things on Amazon. It makes no sense, because then I'm just like spending the money, and then it's still going to be eroding, and I'm still buying things that don't make me more money. So it doesn't make that much sense for me overall. Now, here's the last question I'm actually going to answer, guys, and it's basically, Tommy, would you consider actually breaking this CD? The answer is, again, this is money that I have parked to buy a house with, right? So if I actually find a house between the time of now and maturity of the CD, and it's the perfect house or the perfect lot, the answer is, of course, I'm going to break the CD. Sometimes people overthink things, you know? They're like, well, if I break the CD, it's going to cost me $500. And if you don't break the CD, you're going to lose out on a massive opportunity that's going to be worth tens of thousands of dollars, okay? So you have to compare things at their core value. It's not just that simple. So overall, yes, I would consider breaking the CD, but the odds of me breaking the CD are potentially super low. But guys, that is the idea. So if you are considering parking your money, a CD is great. If you are considering parking your money, but you are kind of worried, for example, would I put my emergency money in a CD? The answer is possibly, because they do have, for example, penalty-free CDs, okay? So that's a real thing. And I could get a penalty-free CD, put my emergency money in it, and if I do have an emergency, I could always break it without a penalty and take the money out, and that's the whole idea, all right? So it's not a bad idea either. But guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Comment down below, would you actually get a CD? Have you ever gotten a CD or not? If you want to keep watching, here is another video. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Peace.